Hey there, friends. I'm really glad you're here because today I want to spark something powerful inside you, a fire in your heart and strength in your mind. You see, success isn't just a fancy word people throw around. It's a mindset, a lifestyle, a way of living every single day. If you've ever wished for something more, for yourself, for the people you love, then this moment is made for you. I truly believe that motivation is just as important as working hard. Why? Because when life throws challenges at you, and it will, motivation is what keeps you going. So let's have an honest conversation about how you can build the life you dream of. We'll explore what failure really means, why we cling to our comfort zones, and how to break free from them. Why do we stumble? How does fear sneak in and become our biggest enemy? And what does it really take to escape the rat race and discover your true path in life? Most importantly, how do we rise above it all and take control of our future? As we go on this journey together, I want you to really pay attention to the words I'm using. Not only will they lift your spirit, but they'll also help you sharpen your English. Every phrase, every sentence, it's not just fuel for your dreams, but also a boost for your communication skills. Chapter 1. Discovering the power within you. Let's start with an important question. Why do we fail? The truth is, failure isn't the finish line. In fact, it's the first step on your journey to something greater. Think about a toddler learning how to walk. They stumble and fall over and over again, maybe even 100 times. But do they ever say, you know what, walking just isn't for me? Of course not. They keep trying until they finally get it right. Failures happen because you're stepping into new territory. You're growing. You're stretching beyond what's comfortable. And that's exactly what progress looks like. Take Thomas Edison, for example. He failed thousands of times before he finally created the light bulb. But when someone asked him about all those failures, he didn't see them as mistakes. He said, I didn't fail. I just found 10,000 ways that didn't work. So if you failed at something, don't feel ashamed. Celebrate it. It's a sign that you're reaching for something extraordinary. But here's the key. Don't just move on. Learn from each failure. Take a moment to write down what went wrong. Ask yourself, what can I do differently next time? That's how every setback becomes a setup for success. And now, let's dive into something that holds a lot of people back, the comfort zone. Picture this. You're sitting in a warm, comfortable room. It feels nice, right? Safe, familiar. But here's the catch. All the magic, all the growth, all the big changes, they happen outside of that room. Most people stay where it's cozy because it gives them a sense of security. They think, I've got a job, a roof over my head, food on the table. Why rock the boat? But let me tell you something important. The comfort zone, it's a trap. It might feel good, but it quietly holds you back. It keeps you playing small when you were meant to do something bigger. If you truly want to build the life you've been dreaming of, you've got to be willing to step outside that comfort zone. Sure, it'll feel scary at first. Yes, it'll be uncomfortable. But always keep this in mind. Everything you want, everything that matters, is waiting just beyond that line. So start with baby steps. If speaking English makes you nervous, try saying one simple sentence out loud each day. If you're afraid of failing, take a tiny risk, something small, and just see what happens. Every little action you take will build your strength. You'll feel more confident, more capable. Now let's talk about fear, because it's the biggest roadblock between you and your success. Fear loves to whisper in your ear. What if you mess up? What if people laugh at you? But here's the truth. Fear is just a thought. That's all it is. It only has power if you choose to believe it. Let me tell you a little story. There was a man who used to be terrified of speaking in front of people. Every time he stepped on stage, his hands would tremble and his voice would shake. But one day he made a choice. He decided to face that fear head-on. He began by practicing alone, talking to his reflection in the mirror every single day. Then he took a small step and spoke in front of a few close friends. Little by little, his confidence started to grow. And today, that same man is a successful motivational speaker. Here's the lesson. Fear loses its grip when you take action. The more you face what scares you, the smaller that fear becomes. Start small, but the important thing is to start today. Now, let's switch gears for a second. I have a question for you. Are you working so you can enjoy life? Or has your life become all about work? So many people spend their whole lives chasing a paycheck, thinking that more money will finally make them happy. But real success, the kind that actually matters, isn't just about stacking cash. It's about building a life that means something. Think about your parents for a moment. Chances are, they've worked incredibly hard to give you a better future. Maybe they even gave up their own dreams along the way. Don't you want to honor those sacrifices? Don't you want to make them proud? To show them that everything they did was worth it? So yes, work hard, but don't lose sight of why you're working. Define your goals, make them clear, and never forget what truly matters. Take a moment to picture your dream life. Really visualize it. See where you are, what you're doing, who's with you. And when you feel exhausted or start to lose motivation, bring that vision back into your mind. Because here's the truth. You're not only doing this for yourself. You're working hard for your family, for your future, and for the life you've always dreamed about. Chapter 2. Mastering Focus, Learning Effectively, and Understanding the Value of Money. Let's get real for a moment. You want a better life, right? You want to be successful, to feel happy, and to see your dreams come to life. But here's something important. Dreams alone won't get you there. You need more than just wishful thinking. You need sharp focus. You need real discipline. And you've got to be ready to work harder than you ever imagined. How to build laser-sharp focus. Think of concentration as your secret weapon, your personal superpower. Without it, you'll end up busy all day but making no real progress. So how can you improve your focus? Let's break it down. Step 1. Create a quiet environment. Start by removing distractions. Your phone? Put it on silent or move it to another room. TV? Turn it off completely. And don't be afraid to let your family know. This is my dedicated study time. Please give me some space. Your goal is to make your space calm and focused, a place where your mind can truly work. Step 2. Set small, achievable goals. Don't overwhelm yourself by trying to tackle everything at once. Instead, break your tasks into smaller parts. If you're studying, focus on just one chapter or even a single topic at a time. And when you complete that small goal, celebrate it. Take a short break. You've earned it. Step 3. Try the 25-minute rule. Ever heard of the Pomodoro technique? It's simple but powerful. Work with full focus for 25 minutes. Then give yourself a 5-minute break. Repeat this cycle 4 times, and after the 4th round, take a longer 15-minute break. This method trains your brain to stay sharp and avoid burnout. Step 4. Visualize your future. Whenever your thoughts start to drift, pause for a moment. Remind yourself why you're doing all this. Close your eyes and picture your dream life. Living in the house you've always wanted, driving that dream car, making your family proud. Let that vision pull you back into focus. Step 5. Train your brain like a muscle. Concentration isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. Just like training in the gym, the more you practice, the stronger it becomes. Start with 15 minutes of deep, focused work. Over time, stretch it to 20, 30, even 60 minutes. You'll be amazed by how much you can grow. Be kind and patient with yourself. Growth takes time. How to study like a champion. Studying isn't just about flipping through pages or trying to memorize facts. Real learning happens when you understand what you're reading and know how to use that knowledge in real life. So how do you study like a pro? Let's break it down. 1. Learn actively. Don't just read and hope it sticks. Get involved with the material. Take notes, highlight key points, and try to explain what you've learned in your own words. Better yet, teach someone else. Explaining something out loud is one of the best ways to remember it. 2. Ask questions. Stay curious. Always ask yourself, why does this matter? Or, how can I apply this in my own life? The more questions you ask, the more interested and focused you'll become. 3. Mix it up. If you're studying different subjects, don't spend too long on one topic. Switch it up every hour or so. It helps your brain stay alert and stops you from getting bored or burned out. Take care of your body. A strong body supports a strong mind. Fuel yourself with healthy meals, drink lots of water, and make sure you're getting enough sleep. Add just 15 to 20 minutes of exercise to your day. It's amazing for your focus and energy levels. Now, let's talk about something people often avoid. Money. Some folks say, money doesn't matter. I don't need a lot of it. But is that really true? But if money really isn't important, then why do so many people stress about paying bills? Why do they spend time dreaming of a better life? Let's be honest. Money does matter. Money gives you choices. It gives you freedom. It allows you to care for your family and live with dignity. If you say money doesn't matter, you're not being truthful, not to others and not to yourself. But here's the twist. Money doesn't show up just because you want it. It comes to those who put in the work. Think about it. So many people say, I want to be rich. But when it's time to wake up early, study harder, or push through exhaustion, what do they say? I'm too tired. I'll start tomorrow. That's the real issue. They crave the results, but run from the effort. They dream of success, but avoid the discomfort that comes with it. So now, let me ask you, are you that person? Or are you the one who's ready to fight for your future? Because success isn't for those who make excuses. It's not for the lazy. It's not for the ones who quit when things get hard. Success belongs to the ones who rise early, push themselves harder than the rest, and keep going, even when no one's watching. Now imagine this. You see someone driving a luxury car. You see someone driving a luxury car and think, wow, they're lucky. But are they really? Do you know how many nights they stayed up working while others were sleeping? How many sacrifices they made when no one else was watching? That car wasn't bought with luck. It was paid for with sweat, sacrifice, and relentless effort. Want financial freedom? Then earn it. Start by learning new skills. Push yourself to grow a little more every single day. Step out of your comfort zone. Take smart risks. And above all, work harder than anyone else around you. There are two types of people in this world. The first group, they have a poor mindset. They say things like, I can't do it, or it's too difficult. They doubt themselves. They think they're not smart enough. And when things go wrong, they point fingers. blaming others instead of taking action. Most of their time is spent watching TV, playing video games, or endlessly scrolling through social media. The second group, they have a rich mindset. They tell themselves, "I'll figure it out," or "I'll keep going until I make it." They use their time wisely, learning, improving, and planning for the future. They don't waste energy blaming others because they take full responsibility for their lives. Which one are you? Are you working just for yourself, or are you also doing it for the people who raised you? Think about it. Who's made the biggest sacrifices for you? It's your parents. They put in years of hard work so you could live a life full of opportunities. Now, it's your chance to return the favor. Don't just chase your dreams for your own happiness. Work hard so you can give your parents the life they've always deserved. Picture their faces lighting up when you surprise them with a new home, or when you whisk them away on a relaxing vacation. Think about the pride shining in their eyes as they talk about what you've achieved. Want to know how to manage stress and stay driven? Start by shifting your focus. Instead of obsessing over the end goal, fall in love with the process. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual climb. Don't get overwhelmed thinking about how much farther you have to go. Appreciate the progress you make, no matter how small each step may seem. Make it a priority to be around people who lift you up. If there are friends or even family members who constantly doubt or discourage you, don't let their negativity weigh you down. Look for those who believe in your potential and push you to grow. Third, take your mental well-being seriously. If things ever feel too heavy, pause for a moment and breathe. Go for a short walk. Jot down whatever's on your mind. Always remember, resting doesn't make you weak. Even the strongest among us need time to recharge. Chapter 3. Breaking Free from the Rat Race, plus a story to inspire you. Ever felt like you're stuck in a loop, just going through the motions? You get up, head to school or work, come back home, and then do it all over again the next day. Like you're living on repeat? It's like you're sprinting full speed on a treadmill, burning energy, making moves, but not actually getting anywhere. That's the reality of the rat race. It keeps people spinning in circles, stuck in routines that never seem to lead to real progress. More often than not, it's fear that keeps them trapped. Fear of taking risks, fear of the unknown, or simply not knowing how to make a change. But here's the truth. You don't have to stay stuck in that cycle. Let me tell you about John, a young guy who managed to break out of the rat race. His story is proof that no matter where you begin, you can build a life that feels truly fulfilling, one that's your own. John was 24 and lived in a quiet little town. He worked as a delivery driver, just barely getting by. His paycheck covered rent, groceries, and not much else. Day in and day out, his routine looked the same. Drop off packages, come home exhausted, and zone out in front of the TV until he fell asleep. Then one night, something shifted. John caught his reflection in the mirror and asked himself a hard question. Is this it? Is my life just going to be about delivering boxes and scraping by? I want more than this. I want to make my parents proud. I want to give them the life they always dreamed of. But where do I even begin? As fate would have it, the answer came when he least expected it. While on his usual delivery route, John met a man named James. James wasn't just polite. He radiated confidence and contentment. He owned a thriving digital marketing business and seemed genuinely happy with the life he'd built. John couldn't hold back his curiosity and finally asked, "How did you become so successful?" James gave him a warm smile and replied, "Success isn't some kind of magic trick. It's a combination of effort, learning, and sticking with it, even when it gets tough. All you need to do is begin. Those simple words stuck with John. That night, he made a decision. He wasn't going to settle for a life that felt average. He didn't have a lot of money, but he did have time on his side. So instead of wasting his evenings, he started diving into free online tutorials about digital marketing. Every night after work, he'd sit down with a notebook and jot down everything he learned. It wasn't easy in the beginning. The material was unfamiliar, and there were moments when it felt overwhelming, like maybe he'd bitten off more than he could chew. But whenever he felt like quitting, he remembered James's advice: just start. So he kept going. 2 hours a day, no excuses. Even when he was exhausted from work, even when the couch and TV were calling his name, he chose to learn instead. After about 3 months of consistent effort, John decided to put his knowledge to the test. He offered to help a small local bakery promote their business online. It was a modest project and far from perfect, but it got results. The bakery owner was thrilled and ended up paying John for his help. That small win, it lit a spark in him. For the first time, he saw what was possible, and it gave him the confidence to keep going. That moment made John realize his dedication was starting to pay off. Fast forward a year, and things had changed. He'd saved up some money and sharpened his skills significantly. That's when he made a bold choice. He quit his delivery job to focus entirely on digital marketing. It wasn't an easy decision. He was scared. What if I fail? What if I can't earn enough to survive? But deep down, John knew that staying where it felt safe would only keep him stuck. So he took the leap. He began reaching out to small businesses, offering his marketing services. In the beginning, most people turned him down. The rejections stung, but John didn't let them stop him. He kept pushing forward, kept learning, and slowly but surely, people started to take notice. 2 years in, John had built a thriving digital marketing agency from the ground up. He was making more money than he ever imagined possible. But the real reward? He was genuinely happy. He looked at the life he'd created and felt proud, not just because of the success, but because he'd earned it all through persistence and courage. So, what can we take away from John's journey? Start small. He didn't quit his job on day one. He began by picking up a new skill in his spare time. And you can too. Stay consistent. Even when he was exhausted from work, John showed up, day after day. And that steady effort made all the difference. Take the risk. John could have stayed in the comfort of his delivery job forever, but he wanted more, and that meant stepping into the unknown. If you want to change your life, you have to be brave enough to leave your comfort zone behind. If you're chasing freedom, whether that's financial freedom, control over your time, or simply peace of mind, you have to earn it. That means learning new skills, taking bold risks, and always working on becoming a better version of yourself. John wasn't some kind of exception. He didn't have a head start. No rich relatives, no special connections. What he did have was a deep desire to change his situation and the grit to see it through. And you can be like John. No matter where you're starting from, no matter how tough it looks right now, you have the power to build a future that excites you. The real question is, are you ready to take the first step? Chapter 4: Breaking Limits and Building Your Dream Life. Let's talk about something we all face: limits. Not the kind set by the world, but the ones we build in our own minds. These invisible barriers whisper things like, "I'm not smart enough," "I don't have time," "I'm too old," or "it's too late for me." But here's the truth most people never hear. The only limits that truly exist are the ones you believe in. If you want to live the life you've always dreamed of, you have to break past those mental walls. You have to challenge what you think is possible. Let's take a deep dive into how you can start tearing down those limits, and we'll wrap up with a message powerful enough to stick with you for life. Step 1. Stop underestimating yourself. One of the biggest reasons people fail before they even begin is simple. They don't believe in themselves. They convince themselves with thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "There's no way I can do that." But let me ask you this. How can you be so sure you'll fail if you haven't even given it a real shot? Here's something worth remembering. Every successful person you look up to today once stood exactly where you are. They started with zero experience. They faced fear, doubt, and setbacks. The only difference? They didn't give up. So here's what I want you to keep in mind. You are far stronger than you think. You are more intelligent than you'll give yourself credit for. And you're capable of doing far more than you currently imagine. Step 2. Take full responsibility. Here's where things get real. A lot of people go through life blaming their circumstances or other people. They'll say things like, "My family held me back," or "I couldn't succeed because no one helped me." But the hard truth? No one's coming to rescue you. If you truly want to change your life, it starts with taking full ownership of it. Stop waiting for a handout or for the perfect moment. Start creating your own momentum. Let's say you want to learn something new. Don't sit around hoping the perfect teacher or course will magically appear. Dive into the free resources that are already out there and begin. Want to get in shape? Don't wait around for a workout buddy to finally commit. Put on your shoes and go for a walk, a run, or hit the gym, alone if you have to. The bottom line? Stop looking for permission. Take action, even if it's small. The power is already in your hands. Step 3. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Let's be real. Success is rarely easy. It's uncomfortable, unpredictable, and sometimes downright painful. But that's exactly where growth happens, outside of your comfort zone. Think of it like a seed. For that tiny seed to grow into a tall, strong tree, it first has to push through the dirt. That journey isn't smooth, but it's necessary. So, what can you do? Push yourself a little more each day. If something feels tough or unfamiliar, take it as a sign that you're moving in the right direction. Discomfort is growth in disguise. Don't run from failure. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the path that leads to it. Every setback, every mistake carries a lesson. The more you fail, the more you learn. And the more you learn, the closer you get to your goals. Step 4. Build a mindset that can't be broken. Your mind is your greatest asset. If you believe you can win, you're already halfway there. But if you let self-doubt take over, even the best chances in the world won't help you. So how do you build mental strength? Start by feeding your brain positivity. Begin each day with intention. Even something simple like saying, "I've got this," can shift your energy. Surround yourself with people who inspire you and make you feel empowered. And just as importantly, distance yourself from negativity. Stay away from toxic people who drain your energy or try to hold you back. Protect your mindset like your life depends on it, because in a way, it does. Step 5. Keep growing. Always reaching your goals is a great feeling, but don't let that be the finish line. Success isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous journey. Even after you've accomplished something big, keep learning, keep evolving. There's always room to grow, and there's always a next level waiting for you. Remember this, success isn't a one-time moment. It's a lifelong journey. Keep learning, keep growing, keep reaching for the next level. Always be asking yourself, What's my next goal? And how can I use what I've achieved to help others? And here's the most important message I want to leave you with. You only get one shot at life. Don't spend it chasing someone else's version of success. Don't settle for a life that doesn't light you up inside. Dream big. Work with intention. Believe deeply in your own power. That dream life you've been imagining, it's out there waiting for you. But here's the thing. It won't walk into your life on its own. You've got to go after it. You've got to fight for it. Show up for it. Every single day. And on the days when you feel drained or discouraged, remind yourself why you started in the first place. Think of the people you love. Think of the life you're working so hard to build. Think of the version of you you're becoming. Stronger, wiser, and more fearless. The question isn't, can I do this? The real question is, will I? Now is your time. This is your moment to rise. Go out there and prove to yourself that nothing can stop you. Not fear, not failure, not doubt. You've got everything you need already inside you. The fire, it's there. All you have to do is let it burn. So here's a challenge for you. Today, take that first bold step. Write down one fear you're ready to face. Just one. Then ask yourself, do I truly want success? Do I really want to make these dreams come true? If the answer is yes, then stop waiting. Stop making excuses. Stop wishing for change. Start building it. Start today. You are capable of so much more than you realize. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to stay committed and never give up. The path may be tough, but the reward? It's worth everything.